Sensei. Onegaishimasu. Welcome to session 8 of Home Dojo. So we're moving on swiftly through different ideas of how we can practice aikido at home. So today I'd like to look at the idea of how we can use the hands to make contact point changes on the jo. And so every time we switch the hand, we prepare our movement for the next stage of the movement. So we're creating a kind of action-reaction basis for this. So the action of my hand going up will actually create the reaction of the other hand coming up and then that hand going down, for example in Sankyo. So there's always an action hand which then creates a reaction, and then the opposite hand will move and create a reaction there. So we have always opposing forces working together to create a united movement. So we'll look at that a little bit after. I'll go through a few interesting forward ukemis. We often do rolls, backward rolls, forward rolls. But we don't tend to just look at these kind of ukemis where we fall forwards on our belly. So I'll take it up to a kind of a swan dive feeling. It's optional of course, but the idea is to work up to it slowly. And to start today, because we're at home and we might be lacking oxygen at home, to do a few breath exercises which will help to bring in the oxygen into our lungs. So the first one I'm going to ask you to do, it's very simple. Firstly, is just put one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And just feeling the breath. So no forcing of the breath, but just feeling your belly expanding on the in-breath. Maybe giving an impulse on the chest, and then bringing the hand back to the belly as you breathe out. Feeling the belly, push your hand away in the in-breath, and then belly goes back in the out-breath. Just do that like 5 or 6 times. Change. Next one is just to put your index finger and middle finger on your third eye, and you use your third finger and fourth finger to block this side of the nose. So if it's your right hand, you block the left side of your nose, and the thumb will you block the other side of the nose, and we alternate the nostrils. So we're breathing through one nostril, and then alternate switch, and then breathe out through the other nostril. Breathe in through the same nostril, switch, breathe out through the first nostril. The idea is to draw the breath in from the throat and the chest, not just through your nose, not sniffing, but you use your throat muscles to draw in the breath into the lungs. And the idea of this breathing technique is to give your mind some clarity, so it's good to hold the breath as well. So if we breathe in here, drawing the breath in, and then hold the breath a moment, for a couple of seconds, and then breathe out on the other side. And then when the lungs are empty, holding there, and then breathing in on the same side, and hold, and switch. Let's do this 4 times. One more breath. On the left side and right side. And change. The next breath exercise is using your tongue to really draw in the air like a straw. And this breath is meant to, this breathing technique is meant to help you with your clarity again of mind, but if you have headaches, it will relieve pain or stress in the head. So it's a very good exercise to do if you have migraines, for example. So the idea of this breath is to roll your tongue like a straw. I don't know if you can see it from there, but I'm trying to make a straw from my tongue, and I draw the breath in, and then once I've filled up the air, lungs with air, I just release, breathe out, long and slow, and start again. Let's do it 4 times. And the next breathing exercise is to really fill up the lungs with air and really go and oxygenate everything, the whole body. So the idea is to make a longer breath now. So breathe in for a count of 10. 10 can be your own units of time, they don't have to be the same as mine. But the idea is to breathe fully in the lungs, really fill them up. Hold it for a few seconds, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then breathe out and completely empty the lungs. You can assist it with caving the body a little bit forward, so it would help to collapse the lungs and push out more air. And we'll do this 3 times. So breathing out first. So we breathe in for a count of 10. Hold for 5. See if you can breathe out a little bit longer for a count of 15. Relax the mouth as you breathe out. Just letting the air pass naturally. And change. So one more breathing exercise, using the whole body. We're going to stretch the chest by reaching the hands up And then elbows down, opening the chest. And then release. The whole body stretch with breath. Now, breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And release. One more time. And release. Right, let's change and do a couple of standing breathing exercises. So stand up. And the first thing is to shake the legs because we were sitting in Seiza. We want to loosen the legs. Take the blood back to the legs. Circle the knees, both directions. Shake the legs and bounce. So in this bouncing exercise, the idea is to really separate the parts of the body, to get that really loose and free up the body as much as you can. And let's take some breaths in and out, breathing in for a count of 4 as we bounce. And breathe out for a count of 4. And then change, feel your center, maybe with your hands. Sense your hara. Feel the strength of your hara. Maybe close the eyes. Just notice the sensations in your body after you make that movement. Change. So moving with the breath, we will reach the hands up. On the in-breath, bring the hands together. On the out-breath, reach up, maybe lifting the heels off the ground. Bring your belly in, and breathe in, and bring your hands to your chest. Breathe out, point the fingers down, and bring them to the bed. We'll repeat about 10 times. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is great exercise for your whole body, breathing and moving together. It's also warming up your internal organs, and your spine is being warmed up as well. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. 4 more times. Okay, let's practice some ukemi. So I was going to show you some forward ukemi. So landing on the belly. So the first thing we're going to do is from this kneeling position, the kiza position, we're just going to open to one side and slide our body forwards. That's all. and then come back. And open to the left side. Slide the body forwards. Using your elbows and your forearms flat on the ground. So we're not rubbing the arms on the ground, we're just placing them down. Otherwise you get burned. But you just place the hand, elbow comes down. And then the left side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And do it like 5 or 6 times. Just to warm up the shoulders. Okay, from there. From there, you may want to go into this Sonkyo position, so knees off the ground, or you can just lift the hips up. In any case, we want to try to kick the feet back and land in a kind of a star position. Yes. Okay, so a little bit more strenuous for the body, but it helps you to move as one body. Yeah? From the Sonkyo position, it's a little bit easier because we're already, like, the legs are poised for kicking back. So from there, in that position. A couple of times. Yeah, so it shouldn't be a great impact. You should try to just place the hands down. Then, going into this swan dive practice, we can start with one leg. Place the hands, place the chest, lift the leg up, and just rest the hips. So go slowly, and then building up. So hands, one leg up, hips, change. Hands, leg up, hips. And you might feel like a natural momentum that the body wants to kick out behind you. Just wants to kick out like that. Hand, and hips. And trying to make your chest come down before your leg does. Before your leg does. Right, then from there, we pick up a bit more. So again, lifting the hips up a bit more. And see if you can do both legs now. So hands, you go, and then you want to lower your chest to the ground, and both legs go up. Hands, chest, both legs up. Hands, chest. You might want to start with one leg and follow with the other. So there's a kind of a scissors action going on as well. You always feel free to take a rest. The idea is to do it relaxed, not to be out of breath every time. Then, big challenge. If you want to go further, you do it from standing. So there's no real requirement to do it fast or heavy. It should be able to be possible to just go into it relaxed and bring the chest down. There is a bit of upper body strength required, but we can start by building up from this position rather than jumping from standing. But eventually from standing, okay, so a little bit more complicated with the Jo is how to practice the Kihon waza. We've done basic Ikkyo Kihon waza. We've done Shihonage, if you remember, we've done Shihonage Kihon waza. And we've done Iryu-nage Kihon waza. So the other pins are a little bit more difficult. Nikkyo, Senkyo, Yonkyo, Gokyo or Rokyo. So I'll go through it slowly and I'll show you the hand changes. So together with the hand movements is also the body movements, of course, as well. So, for example, Ikkyo Omote, back it goes back, we slide it in. Here we switch, we make a pivot point in the middle of the jo. Imagine the middle of the jo as the elbow of your uke, and the end of the jo uechi kachin is the hand, the arm of the uke, and then you're entering. So this would be Ikkyo. You have to visualize a bit that the jo is the arm. Imagine the jo is the arm of uke. So going back a little bit, entering, sliding the back hand to the imaginary elbow, the middle of the jo, and the other hand is to the end of the jo, the hand side of the uke. And then we have Ikkyo. And Nikkyo. So the good news is that Nikkyo, Sankyo, Yonkyo, Gokyo, and even Rokyo, they all start with Ikkyo. So this basic Ikkyo movement is very essential. From Ikkyo, we get Nikkyo by rolling the end hand underneath. It's Nikkyo Omote. Nikkyo Omote. So before you step in, roll the end hand, and then we have Nikkyo Omote. Nikkyo Ura is a little bit more tricky, not too difficult, so I'll just start at this angle so you will be able to see. So I do the Irimi Tenkan. Again, imagine we have the middle of the jo as the elbow. Cutting down, and now I'm making that roll again, as if I'm dropping in to catch the wrist and resting the wrist of my partner on my shoulder. Just like this is actually Gyaku Ski from the jo. It's also the Nikkyo position for Ura. And then we cut down again, so keeping that hand on the middle point, we cut with a tenkan behind, and then we have a pin. So the pin, from here you have to imagine, this is the elbow, this is the hand, and placing the shoulder down on the ground. So if we have a pin, so the head would be there and the body would be to my left, I would stretch my partner's arm in this direction. So that would mean I would switch the hands and actually send the arm in that direction. So the imaginary direction, head side of your partner. So that's Nikkyo Ura. Not so easy, but we'll go through it again. So from there, Irimi Tenkan, making that switch on the hand side, dropping your center, resting it on the shoulder, as if you've got the arm of your partner there. And again, we make another cut with a tenkan. So remember, there's a shift usually past your partner there. Driving down tenkan, going onto the ground. There we have a pin position between knees. You switch the hands to stretch in the far side direction of your imaginary partner. Okay. That's Nikkyo Ura. Sankyo, so it gets again a little bit more complicated. So these are advanced movements with the hands of the jo. So if you just want to practice Ikkyo and Nikkyo for a start, that's fine. For those who want to go a bit further, so Sankyo, it all is logical if you imagine in the right place, where is the hand and where is the shoulder. So we're entering Ikkyo Omote. And in Sankyo, we actually do make the step in to control the shoulder of uke. So imagine there's the shoulder, here's the elbow, and here's the hand of uke. So remember, in Sankyo, you want to catch the hand of uke underneath. And the other hand is ready to catch the elbow as you step around. Irimi Tenkan, stepping around, hand on elbow, hand on hand, and we have that Tenkan which cuts the arm down. And then we just drop our center into the pinning position. And this time, we are to the other side of uke's arm, right? So the head would be there, because in Sankyo, you step around the outside of the arm, whereas in Nikkyo, you stay inside the arm. So the head would be in this position of my partner. In that case, instead of pushing with this hand above hand, I want to take my lower hand and bring the other hand down to my center and just use my center then to make the stretch. So in fact, this would correspond, because here would be the hand of of uke in a kind of sankyo pin, and you would take over with the lower hand, switch, put the other hand by your belly or hara, and stretch your partner. Go through that again. So back, doing sankyo omote. So ikkyo omote first, step in, catch the imaginary hand underneath, get ready to catch the elbow, middle of the stick, irimi tenkan, stepping back into the pin, and then switch the hands. Stretch. Sankyo ura. So using that same principle of switching the hands, we go into sankyo ura. So we go ikkyo ura. Here we have a dangerous point because uke can knock the elbow to your face. So the first thing you do after irimi tenkan is take the lower hand to protect your face against the elbow of uke. Then the other hand switches down. Then we make the tenkan. Upper hand becomes lower hand becomes upper hand. And again we have that same switch in the pin. Catch the upper hand, choop, stretch. And sankyo ura on the other side. So from here, tenkan, take over the elbow side, catch underneath. Tenkan into the pin. 1, 2, stretch. Okay. Yonkyo. It's not too difficult, it's interesting though. We have this ikkyo movement again, but here we want to cut straight in front of us, so we need to change the grip of the front hand and then apply our center. So that's yonkyo omote. So again on the other side, ikkyo omote, switch the front hand now so that both thumbs are facing forward, like chokusuki. Then yonkyo ura, same idea. Going irimi tenkan, switch this hand, apply your center in tenkan. Yeah, so we go irimi tenkan, change the hand, apply center. Gokyo, also interesting but simple. Ikkyo position. Instead of changing this hand, change this hand. And we have gokyo. Gokyo pin. Other side. Ikkyo, change the lower hand there, and gokyo. And the same feeling, the same idea with ura, but with irimi tenkan. Irimi tenkan, changing this underhand. Again, irimi tenkan. And urokyo, an interesting one as well, not too difficult. You have ikkyo position, go into a kind of a nikyo position, but then roll the front elbow over the stick or over the arm of your partner. And then in Rokyo, it's called Hichigime, there's this pin where we draw our elbow back to our partner. It's very painful if we don't do it too soft. Yeah? So it's important to take care of your partner. Without a partner, we can, we can imagine that nice torque going on from our hip, rolling back. And so imagine this is the elbow of your partner, this is the wrist, and you're drawing the elbow back or fixing the wrist. That's Rokyo or Hijigimi. So other side, so going into this kind of a Nikyo, but then rolling the elbow over. That was the same side. Other side. So here, and over the elbow. Alright, and then Ura would be similar. Here it's going to be Tenkan. Ura. So roll it around. The elbow goes over, and we have the pin. Right, those were interesting hand changes with the Dojo. So I'll just go over them in a series. You can watch the hand changes first, slowly, and then I'll show you a video of the techniques being done in full. Kihon waza hand switches. Ikkyo hand switch. Nikkyo hand switch. Sankyo hand switch. Thank you. Yonkyo hand switch. Gokyo hand switch. Rokyo hand switch. Aihami Ikkyo Omote. Aihami Ikkyo Ura. Aihami Nikkyo Omote. Aihami Nikkyo Ura. Sankyo Omote. Sankyo Ura. Yokyo Omote. Yonkyo Ura. Gokyo Omote. Gokyo Ura. Rokyo Omote. Rokyo Ura. Okay, that's it for today. Another practice finished. So we had the hand changes with Joe, swan dive with Kemis, and yeah, the breathing techniques. So hopefully they will keep you going for the next week. Try to find new interesting ways to make use of your home. I think we can really have the opportunity now to be creative and use our home in new ways. And this is a great opportunity, which we never had before. We never really were forced to stay home so long. So yeah, still you can be free in the mind. Try to find that freedom and to use your space, the limited space that you have in multiple ways, and you will enjoy your life at home. Until the next time. ご先生に礼。どうもありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Feel free to provide any feedback or comments.